Hey, so excited to bring this incredible woman for you to meet today. If you are joining us here in the Facebook group or on LinkedIn, YouTube, just make sure you're putting it in the hashtags below in the comments, hashtag live, so that everyone else can see it. And I don't know if you are in B2B or B2C, but if you've ever looked at an industry that you haven't known how to sell before, and been able to figure out it in only a week or two, definitely stay on here to learn a woman that did. This woman is absolutely incredible. She's a brilliant badass when it comes to marketing, when it comes to funnels, when it comes to analyzing data, all the things that I'm definitely not good at. She has just an eye to want to excel, want to be better. And she came to me originally to learn how to start selling her funnels. And then because of knowing that knowledge, she started selling her clients, leads for her clients, and has been able to go into some really cool industries. So I want to bring her up. Elena, hello, queen. Hi.
Hey everyone. Hi Kayla. It's so nice to be here.
It's a pleasure seeing your face always. I know you're a mama and you're a businesswoman and you have so many roles that you play in your life. Can you just give us like a little insert of like the magic that you bring to this world and who you are?
Yeah, so my name is Elena Nabi and I'm the founder of the Funnel Stars. Basically, we build funnels for coaches that come to us and we are specialized in different funnels, but lately, and thanks to Kayla, we decided to focus on high ticket funnels a lot because we were able to close clients for our clients. So their clients, students for our clients. So that's what I do. I also have two kids, 10 years old and 5-year old, and we're living in beautiful San Diego.
I
Yeah.
love it. There you go. I was just there recently. And Elena, no, I think what you're doing is so cool. Somebody that, was trying to figure out the whole lead situation before in my life, like figuring out the funnel is one thing, trying to bring in leads is one thing, closing it is a completely other thing.
Mhm.
And you're doing this for like interesting industries. I know that you did a regular for coaching and then you did some masterclass for something and now you're in like litigation or something. Can you explain?
So I guess we need to start like from the beginning, right? From the moment where I met you. And I guess so initially I started as just building funnels. That's what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
And I knew that I needed to learn the sales skills because no matter what industry you're in, sales is the number one skill that you can apply anywhere and you need to know anywhere. And I knew that I was building funnels, and it happened to be that I met you at the ClickFunnels event back in Orlando. And it's so interesting that I was so scared to actually come to you and say hi. So I didn't the first time I saw you. I didn't come to you because you were like talking to other people, and I kind of like I felt shy a little bit. But then when the second time you appeared walking in front of me, I'm like, you know what? If you are in front of me the second time, and it's like huge event, it's not like there was just a couple people, it's like 5,000 people, right? And here you are walking in front of me again, and I'm like, Kayla, and you turn and like, oh my god. So I got it because I decided, what, I'm gonna say hi. And from that moment, when I came back, I joined your challenge, and I didn't go through the whole challenge because I think I only appeared on the last day.
Yeah, it's the last day.
Yeah, only last day, literally, only last day because there was another convention here in San Diego, so I couldn't make to the challenge. So I appeared on the last day, and I just jumped in on the call. I showed up on your call with a credit card. I remember it wasn't just a sales call. I told you, like, I literally have a credit card right in front of me, so I'm ready. I'm ready to join. So I joined, right? And but what's interesting that my industry, it's not like a women in sales, like
Yeah.
closers, right?
Yeah.
Not only I have to enroll people, I would say like get clients, I would also have to fulfill on what we need to build, like fulfill like ads, funnels, making sure everything is working, connecting everything in the background, copywriting, all, and it takes time. So I was part of your program, but I felt like I was not taking full advantage of it because here I got a new client and I have to fulfill it. And then maybe so I wouldn't have enough calls per day to really practice.
Mhm.
So and then what happened that my health kind of got a
Yeah.
sudden turn back in December. And I actually had to step back and try to figure out what do I want to do next.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that I still felt that, and that was the moment when I kind of decided I'm going to step back a little bit. And I believe Russell Brunson, he said that, step back, work quietly, and then show up like a superstar. And
Mm.
that's the day when I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try to figure out on my own what I want to do. So I still build funnels, not as much as I wanted because I was trying to figure out what was happening with my health. But then what happened that there are a few people that reached out to me from the ClickFunnels and they asked me to build for them a funnel. And I did. And then when I went into their back end CRM, I saw a bunch of leads that were just unattended. So
Mm.
people didn't actually have a system for them to enroll students. And I saw a great result that they were bringing to the people. I saw amazing reviews, and I felt like, okay, will you let me help you close for you and enroll students?
Mm.
And what's interesting that at that point, it's right now I'm kind of realizing it, but at that point, I'm like, let me just try a few, like just get a few people
Yeah.
on, the call. And I know my first client, but I didn't tell anyone in the group because I'm like, you know what? It's okay. They're probably super hot. They're probably, it's not even my job, to close them. I'm like, no,
Okay,
no,
hold on. So you said
yeah,
you close the client and you
yeah.
don't tell anybody.
I don't
And
tell
these are not
anybody.
these are like $10,000 clients, right?
It's
Like
a
they were
10K.
yeah, 10K. So you close the 10K and you're like, I'm not gonna tell anyone because it's a fluke. Is that what you just said?
Yes, it's like it's a fluke. They're hot. The bleed was hot. They really wanted to join. It's a fluke.
Okay.
And you have to also understand that the client that I was closing, he is in litigation, so there are certain terms, and I didn't know many terms. I was just kind of like following the script, the one that everything that we were practicing inside the group, on our coaching calls.
Wait. So did they not give you a script? You were using my
I
script?
was using your script. Yes, I knew. Well, they didn't have a script. I was using your script. Well, I was using, of course, there's like general script, but I would change it to the industry, right? I
Yeah.
would change it. So I would adjust your script to the industry. And I realized how versatile it is that
Yeah.
now, whenever a client is going to come to me, I will adjust the script to their industry. But
Yeah.
it's interesting that I
Hold on, I'm
closed.
just trying to get into this. So you go to
Okay.
the back of their system, you see all these leads, and you're like, I'm gonna just call these leads and see what happens. And
Ask the
you don't have
permission.
a script.
I asked the permission first if it's
You
okay.
ask permission. Hey, can I
Yeah.
try to close these leads? You use my script. We call these people and you close a
Yeah.
$10,000 deal. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, and it didn't just end there. What happened next?
No, like now I feel like okay, it's a fluke. The lead is hot. That
Yeah.
can't be true. Like 10K. I mean, that's okay. And then I do the second lead, reach out, and then and the way how we build the funnel, it's interesting that we specifically we choose the hottest leads to reach out to us because our email sequence asks them to reach out to us first.
Mm,
So the lead is already kind of like want to get on the mentorship, but what I found out is that's not enough. So you still need to close them on a call. You need to really understand what their pains are, right? Now, what do they want, and kind of like even make it that even if you join, it's okay. If they don't join, it's okay. Like the tonality is very important, extremely important. And so interesting that after a while I started like having too many calls. Like today I had 7 or 8 calls,
oh wow.
and I feel like at the end of the calls, your tonality is becoming less exciting. And I guess you feel like a little bit more tired and people enrolling more better. I guess because you get so tired that you're not excited anymore. They're like,
Yeah.
does she really want me to be part of this mentor like program? I'm gonna sign up. So it's interesting. But anyways, coming back to that client, um, I thought that the first one was a fluke. And then I closed the second one.
Mm,
And then
okay.
I closed the third one.
Shit. All right.
And then I closed the fourth one. And
And
that's when I kind of like told you, like, okay, I closed the four people and I made 40, like I closed a 40K for a client.
oh my God.
And then last week I closed one more, like, so I made 50K.
Freaking go.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like now at least I see there is, it wasn't a fluke.
Yeah. And this wasn't even the main source of income. Like you were the client was your funnels, but because
Yeah.
you knew how to close, now you can have more
Yeah.
money.
So now what we offer when people come to us to build a funnel, so we're not just going to build you a funnel, we can actually help you close. And actually, it's not just going to be me.
Yeah.
I probably need to hire somebody also to help me, get to clients and close. So you see, like now we can control the lead from the moment the lead comes into my client's space
Mhm.
all the way to them becoming actually a student or like enrolling in the program. So, and
Yeah.
I guess that gives me extra control. And that's why it gives me more success. Because before I would do like a funnel and then I would not know what's going to happen later on. But now we can say, hey, we built this funnel and it already brought 50K. Now,
Yeah.
do you see the difference? So it's kind of like it also reflects really good on our
Yeah.
success.
Yeah. On the
Yeah.
marketing side, you're like, hey, look how much money I was able to bring through this thing.
Yeah,
Because they have
exactly.
to have the right skills too. So you're not like hoping and praying on their skills. Because I see that a lot with people that build funnels, that they get paid on the backside. They get frustrated because somebody isn't closing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So now you can
absolutely.
follow that. No, it's
And
good.
the script, I'll tell you something. The script works, and just it's not like here's the thing. I even didn't follow the script to tell you the truth. I kind of like have like certain questions that I really want to ask, as long as it's just flowing. Because the main goal is to really understand the person that you're talking to, and get to know them and connect with them. And the questions are there is to kind of bring more information from them so you can, keep the conversation going. So you also make them think about their future,
Mhm.
think about how long have been experiencing, their pain, and how much do they want to get out of that pain, right? And kind of portraying this beautiful picture. And some of the questions are just brilliant.
Mhm.
Like when I was like asking this question, like, oh my God, this is such a brilliant question. Like, just them answering it was wonderful, because I'm like, that's it. They literally sold themselves. Like
Yeah.
I need to. And sometimes, you know what, because the questions were so nicely, the flow of questions was done
Mhm.
so like so smooth that sometimes I was like, hey, we don't need to go to the next question. The person was ready to buy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
person was ready to buy.
I think that, you having an ability to ask questions for somebody to persuade themselves is like the key. You don't have
Mhm.
to do anything, right? As long as you're there and you're connected and you care and you're asking questions for them to realize that they have a problem and that you can solve it, it's the easiest way, because then you won't have so many objections that come up like at the end too. You know what I mean?
Mhm. And the thing is about objections that I actually reached out to Emily because I was like getting those objections. I'm like, okay, how do I get to those? How do I overcome them? Right. So Emily did send me the like help. She sent me the document. I'm like, so
Mhm.
now what I do, I actually try to spot like spouse objection, right? When they
Mhm.
mention wife or husband, immediately, even I don't wait till the end. I'm like,
I like
ask the right question, ask the right questions. And you know what? It works. It really works. I'm like, I'm not even trying to make it like bigger, better, whatever. It's reality, because when I joined this client and he was basically in litigation, and all of the terms of CRA, of DCPA, like, literally like how to file a lawsuit. And like, I'm like, seriously, I don't even understand like
yeah.
how. And it's so interesting. The first person I talked to, he was talking about me this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I'm trying because I'm just I'm trying. It's not like I've tried like, hey, I'm gonna be a closer, I'm gonna close. I'm just saying, like, can
Yeah.
so he's talking to me, and you know what? All I do is I skip the like terms, and I kind of like follow the script. You know what? Because like, okay, I understand, yes, this and this, but let me get back because again, like our and the thing is, here's the thing. We can say a lot of technical terms, but in reality, whatever we're trying to help them is kind of like a vehicle that will lead them to a certain result in their life. Whether everyone wants to buy a home, everyone wants to buy a car, everyone wants to go to travel, everyone wants to spend more time with their family, right, with their kids. They want to homeschool, they want to send their kids to private school. You just need to find what they want, but usually the want is the same: have financial freedom, right? It's all the same. You just need to find it. So you don't need legal terms. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you don't need to know uh, the person that you're closing for, like their industry inside out. Because as long as you can tap into person's emotions,
Yeah.
that works. It works miraculously.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, people buy with emotion. They don't buy with
Mhm.
logic. And
Mhm.
when you have the skills, like that's why we're able to train in 148 different industries now. It was really interesting,
Mhm.
like being
Mhm.
like coaching and then started training insurance, started training solar and then logistics. And like it's been really interesting because I first was like scared, right? I was scared of like going in and training, like an industry that maybe I wasn't as familiar with. Like all I
Mhm.
need to look at a script and then I can reiterate, right? But it was kind of scary when I first was like, oh, I had to take this on. Now I'm a little bit of an overachiever and I've been like studying that industry like a crazy person just because I want to make sure I know everything that everyone's talking about.
Mhm.
But it was really interesting to me that everything fit in so easily because when you understand how to sell, you can sell anything. The
Mhm.
structure is important. If you can tap into someone's emotions, if you know how to bring them to pain, make them feel a gap, make them feel like they need you to solve a problem,
Mhm.
be the problem finder, right? Like you
Mhm.
can sell in any industry, it doesn't matter. And then you can go as far as you want to go. I know 20-year-olds that are making 120 grand a month in insurance.
Mhm.
It's stupid, about possibilities here.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll tell you, like the close, like, and it's interesting that here, a great comparison, right? We build funnels. So we close the client. Now we have to do all the work. And the work can take a week, 2 weeks, going back and forth with the client. So it's like the work just starting. When you're closer, you close, you get a commission, you're done. That's
Yeah, the
it. You don't need to fulfill. You just need to show up on those calls, close the client, and then the client, the coach, or whoever, they fulfill. You just come and just like show up, hear the person, really understand what they're going through, see whether this program is the right fit for them. Make them think that you try and really help them. And you know what? Actually, I don't even try to. I'm not faking it. When I'm on the calls, I really try to understand the person. And put myself in their shoes. And I guess that was the success that me, even not knowing a lot about industry and litigation and law, I was able to close because I was able to understand what they were going through and propose them a solution. And I guess
Mhm.
that's what I like about what you teach, because you're all about, and this is different than from everything I've seen, because even though there is a script, but there is also a component where you really need to understand the other person and listen to them, and don't push for sale. That's the whole idea, is like, actually don't push it, by making them understand that it's not something that is required for them to purchase, but yet you make everything before you basically make them sell themselves, right? And they
Mhm.
decide to join, and it's their idea. Okay, I'm joining. Like, it's not your idea, I'm joining. I'm like, okay. And then you are the closer, like, yes, it's your idea, you're joining, but technically ask the right questions, so to
Yeah.
bring this up out of you. And yeah, and that's the
How does it make you feel, like knowing that you were able to go into an industry that you didn't understand and be able to close like this and now add this, service to your, personal clients? Like, how does that make you feel internally?
Oh, I know that if I can do litigation and law, I mean, like, gosh, I can do any other industry. I mean, like, maybe doctors. That's probably the next thing. Surgeons, doctors, yeah. But The terms are pretty difficult there, but definitely it makes you feel powerful, and I guess it also makes me feel more fulfilled,
Mm.
uh, from the because I know that I can help my clients and I can serve them at a higher level.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I'm really, really proud of you, Elena. Like you stepping in, especially when you were going through the whole health thing, December,
Mhm.
that was really scary, and you like taking the time to reevaluate and refocus and kind of figure out where you need to go and receiving and
Mhm.
listening to your intuition. I think it's really, really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Um, if anyone here is like watching this and is kind of like on the edge of like whether or not they should get sales training, they're like, oh, I don't know, like this is kind of scary. Like, what advice would you give them? Because you were sitting there with your credit card, like ready to go, and that's not everyone. Not everyone's like, hey, I'm ready for change or ready to grow, ready to develop. What would you say to those people?
That's actually a really good question because today I had a person that was scared to join the program, the
Mm,
one that I was getting. And the reason why she was scared because she already was in kind of mentorship a year ago. She paid $2,500, and actually it made the situation worse that
mm,
she was in, and she was scared. And what I told her that it's absolutely normal to be scared. Actually, if she wasn't scared, if she was just super confident, I would be worried because, by having a bad experience in the past, of course, it's normal. But what I'm saying that growth never feels comfortable.
mm-hmm,
It never feels comfortable. We have to take the step, the necessary step to grow. And if we're feeling comfortable, that means we're not growing. So if there is this doubt or fear, you just know that you're going in the right direction.
mm-hmm,
It's kind of like, having buying a house and having a mortgage. Initially, those $3,000, $4,000 might be scary. Oh my God, how can I be able to pay it off? But then when you look at it like 2, 3 years back, I'm like, that's okay. I can pay it, especially right now with the market. So what I'm saying that it's still like a fear. It's okay. It's okay to feel that. If you have that's in your heart that you know what, that this is something that can actually help me. And Kayla, you're absolutely right. Us women, we just need to ask ourselves. We have intuition, right?
yeah,
Intuition tells us what to do. So for all the ladies who are on a fence or feel fear, just know that it's okay to feel that way.
mm,
Okay. Just ask yourself, is this the decision that is going to serve me? Not now as well, but also in the future. And if you say yes, of course, do it. And again, as I said, sales skill is the number one skill, especially in recession, since we're going in recession. It's one of the skills that is recession proof. Every company will need salespeople, every
yeah.
company. And usually the last one to go because it's the lifeline of every company's and it's sales.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love your tonality too. It's so good. It's so good.
I guess
Elena.
after what 6 hours, 6 meetings with people, my tonality gets better and better.
So even in full sales mode, you're like doing the pauses. It's so good. It's
Yeah.
resonating. I love it. I really honor you. I appreciate you so much, for being here today. For anyone else that wants to be able to make $50,000 in sales, in a new industry, or that just wants to make at least, 10K months, like just
Mhm.
message us right now. Like you get to make money in your life. I'm not saying that it happens overnight. Rome is not built in a day,
Mhm.
but being somewhere, being a sponge for at least 30 days to 60 days to learn the skills so that you can start implementing them, right? You're going to be on a path to where you can like double or triple what you're making right now. Sales changed my life. I don't know if they impacted your life, Elena, a little bit, just a little
Absolutely.
bit.
Absolutely. Again, now I have a second source of income.
Yeah.
So it's another stream of income.
Yeah. No, if you are watching this right now and this is you talking to you, babe, yeah, message us. I'm happy to support you any way that we can. Also, we have a masterclass coming up on the 27th for objections. So if you're not registered for that, type in below objections. We'll send you over the link, just objections below. Love you guys. Love you, Elena. Where can we find you? I know your Instagram handles are here. I know you have a Facebook group as well. What's a Facebook group?
It's not the Facebook, it's just on Facebook page. To tell you the truth, my clients have been referring to me to, my gosh, things are happening, hey, Kayla, and I'm so excited, you know. So I guess the best way to reach me is on Instagram, Elena underscore Nabi.
Perfect. So we'll put it right there for you. So reach out to Elena if you need a funnel built, or if you just want to ask her where she gets her hair done. All the things right here. But we love you. Thank you so much, Elena, for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank you,
Great.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.